to Coachella Valley, man. Everybody back at home, y'all better get ready, man. When I come back, we're going to celebrate.
Good luck, Mark.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, Timber here, please.
What's up, Fred?
You ready? Dante's bot.
My man.
Oh,
I got this on video, Tim. I'm putting it up.
I swear, man.
I wish I would have got when he did
I'll
it the
be
last
on
time.
it.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So as I expected, some fighters are starting to come out and give Mikey Garcia more of a chance of winning this fight than others would. Still, I believe they're going to be in the minority. But Tim Bradley is one of those in the minority, and he said something that was pretty interesting about the Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia fight. He had an interesting take on it, if you will. Tim Bradley, he said Mikey Garcia is a special fighter. Mikey Garcia is going to be a problem for Errol Spence. He sees something. And then Tim Bradley said, I see it as well. Now, Tim Bradley did say that Errol Spence was a special fighter as well, and the bigger fighter. But he said he sees something. He said he's seen it in the Kell Brook fight, and he said he's seen it in the Lamont Peterson fight. Now, Tim Bradley, he wouldn't reveal what flaws he's seen in Errol Spence, but he said he wants to see if Mikey Garcia will figure it out himself. Guys, I told you since Mikey Garcia was seriously talking about fighting Errol Spence, that Mikey Garcia is going to most likely be Errol Spence's toughest fight, if not one of his toughest fights. I believe because of his accuracy, because of his intelligence, this is going to be a very competitive fight for at least the first half. Now, I still lean towards Errol Spence because it's still hard for me to see Mikey Garcia go 12 rounds keeping Errol Spence away from him, keeping him away from his body, etc., etc., etc. I know Mikey Garcia is definitely concerned about the body shots because he said that he never did sit-ups before, and now he's going to implement sit-ups in this training camp for Errol Spence. But going back to Tim Bradley saying that he believes Mikey Garcia sees something, I truly believe that he sees something as well. I definitely believe that Mikey Garcia sees something. But seeing something and taking advantage of those flaws are two different things. I mean, even the great Andre Ward said, all of us have flaws, which is true. All fighters have flaws. No fighter is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes in the ring. But in this fight in particular, because Mikey Garcia is the smaller guy, Errol Spence can make more mistakes than Mikey Garcia can make. Those are the challenges with moving up in weight and facing naturally bigger fighters. This is part of the reason why Floyd Mayweather is such a great fighter, because he moved up 5 weight classes, fought guys 15, 20 pounds bigger than him, and he made very little mistakes in the ring. By way of contrast, when fighters like Nonito Donaire and Roman Gonzalez, when they moved up in weight, they end up getting knocked out because they were used to making a lot of mistakes in the smaller weight classes. But when they were in the smaller weight classes, because they had a size advantage or they had power or a power advantage over their opponents, that could pull them out of a lot of bad situations. But once you move up in weight, you can't just rely on power anymore. Now you have to rely more on your intelligence, your defense, and your reflexes. And I believe Mikey Garcia is good in all of those categories, way better than Nonito Donaire and Roman Gonzalez. Now we know that if Mikey Garcia was moving up 2 weight classes and he was going up against an opponent like Roman Gonzalez or Gennady Golovkin, I think people would probably favor Mikey Garcia to beat a Gennady Golovkin. Same thing with Errol Spence. If he were in Mikey Garcia's situation, let's say, for example, Errol Spence, he fought twice at 154, but he campaigns at 147, or he goes back and forth. If he were to fight Gennady Golovkin, I think the majority of people, they would pick him to win that fight. But it's only when Mikey Garcia moves up to fight someone like an Errol Spence, a lot of people don't give him a chance. And once again, that's because Errol Spence is not just an aggressive fighter. Errol Spence is a technical aggressive fighter. He's very intelligent. He's just as intelligent as Mikey Garcia. Let's not forget, Errol Spence, he went to the Olympics. This is one of the reasons why a lot of fans are not really giving Mikey Garcia a chance, obviously, because Errol Spence, he has tremendous skill on top of being the naturally bigger guy. But going back to Mikey Garcia saying that he sees something, I clearly thought that he sees something. I thought it was very obvious. Once again, the question is, can he take advantage of those flaws that he believes Errol Spence has? One thing people need to remember, fighters like Roberto Duran, he moved up 2 weight classes. And when he moved up 2 weight classes, it was really 2 weight classes. The reason why I create the distinction is because a lot of people don't know that Mikey Garcia has already fought at 140 twice. He's already fought at 140 twice, so it's not like he's just jumping from 135 to 147. But getting back to Roberto Duran, he moved up 2 weight classes and he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, even though the fight could have went either way, a win is a win at the end of the day, and he won without controversy. Let's go ahead and put it that way. Then you have Shane Mosley, who moved up 2 weight classes and he beat Oscar De La Hoya. You also have Manny Pacquiao, who was in a David and Goliath situation when he beat Oscar De La Hoya. And what's ironic is when Manny Pacquiao fought against Oscar De La Hoya, it was the same perception. Nobody gave him a chance. Now, once again, I'm not trying to say Oscar De La Hoya and Errol Spence are the same, but it was perceived the exact same way. At least Manny Pacquiao's chances were. Nobody gave him a chance in that fight. They thought the fight was a joke because it was even being made. And we seen what Pacquiao did to Oscar De La Hoya. You guys have to understand something. This is pound for pound versus pound for pound. These are 2 pound for pound fighters going up against each other. This is not a pound for pound fighter going up against the number 5 ranked junior welterweight or lightweight. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Don't forget to click on that DAZN Dante's Boxing Nation link. Not only are you supporting me when you click on it and start your free trial, but if you click on that link and start your free trial, you're going to get to watch Canelo versus Rocky Fielding for free. That's right, you're going to watch that fight for free, and you get a whole month of DAZN fights for free. That includes, obviously, the fights that have already taken place, the fights that's taking place today, Big Baby Miller. You get to replay all of these fights. For 30 days, you'll get to watch it. So go ahead and start that trial up. Once again, if Canelo was still fighting on HBO, we would have been paying pay-per-view for Rocky Fielding, or Canelo versus Rocky Fielding, which is not worth pay-per-view. It's funny too, because on one of my previous videos, someone tried to correct me in the comment section by saying, "Hey Dante, come on, you know if Canelo was still with HBO, they wouldn't have put that fight on pay-per-view." And I had to correct him and tell him, you know, HBO, they're the same network that put Canelo versus Liam Smith on pay-per-view. Okay? So not only are you guys supporting DBN when you click on that link and start your free trial, but you also get to watch Canelo versus Rocky Fielding for free. And a ton of other fights for 30 days. And one more thing, guys, I put the link in the description box if you want to watch the actual interview that Tim Bradley did with Ellie Setback. That's where he did that interview. Even though it was really brief what he said about Mikey Garcia, the link is in the description box. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.